Hey friends, welcome back to Runaway Trains. Drake, we got a project today. What are we going to do?
We're going to be installing this crossover switch from Kato.
And where did we want to put that?
We were going to put it over here somewhere.
We were thinking maybe down in this area because we kind of need like a straight thing so trains could kind of pass over and then maybe come back on the other line this way. But the more I keep thinking about it is that's not going to give us a very long distance from here to here to get a longer freight train in there. So we need to put it here closer to this area so we could really pull a longer train in there and then have it back up on the other line. So we're thinking we need to move this. Am I right, Drake?
Yep.
So let me hand that to you. And then obviously we got an issue here because we have this gap in our table right here. So we're gonna, let me move this out of the way. We're gonna fill that with some of this foam core board or whatever this is called that you get at the hardware store. They come in big like 2x2 squares. This is what we're using here. It's like 1 inch thick and 2 feet by 2 feet. Project panels, we had some of this left over. Instead of cutting wood, which is what our table is, we're gonna use some of this. So what I did was I measured from here to here to see how wide I should cut a strip of that. And then I put the strip underneath and I traced along the edges there with a razor blade. And then this stuff is really good. You could just kind of like snap it. Like this was connected here and I cut with the razor blade, just, I don't know, maybe about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch deep. And then you just go like snap like that and it goes flying just like I did there. And let's go ahead and get that in there. I'm just going to kind of like scoot it out under the table here and then try to pop it into place there. And it just kind of snaps in. We'll get a little bit of hot glue on there to hold it in place. And then that little other piece that I cut here actually kind of matches that same section there. So when you flip it around, it's upside down like that. And we're going to get that in there and move that into that corner. And then all I got to do is cut kind of a straight strip here to finish the rest of that. And that allows us maybe to put that crossover here now because we got a nice long section of straight there, or maybe a little bit farther over there. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started on that next. To glue these pieces down into place, I'm going to use some of this Loctite power grab. Put a little bit on the ends of each part, and then we'll stick those in there. Just about 2 inches. All right, there it is. Our little gap is filled. That needs to take a little bit to dry. I got a little spot here, which I'll do off camera, and we're going to move on to our next step. Any other Kato track fans out there? Kato, Kato, potato.
Comes with this piece, which we already have.
Yep.
We could use this.
I love their little blue switches. You know, it's like easy to use. Down here you can see we've got a whole array of them for all the different switches on our layout. You know, we're going to stick with this system. Sometimes you're not into using all the Atlas tracks and the little nails and soldering and stuff.
This is the best track.
We find that this is the most reliable of the like out of the box
and really useful
style tracks.
And it's pretty useful too. Then we got 2 switches, 2 little straight check sections. some wire. More straights. Put that there. And looks like rail joiners.
Some rail joiners. Well, it looks like everything you get. They give you a couple stickers so you can number your switches like we do here. You can add the numbers to the throw switches as well, so you know where you are. And then here's the instruction manual. The directions come mostly in Japanese, but like the IKEA stuff, you follow the pictures when you're assembling. You've got two switches, and then they go together, kind of like that. And we're going to go ahead and do that. And then this shows you how to connect the power to that. And or actually, it's not the power. That's the switch activation. And then we'll go ahead and put this together and check back in. So basically that's the whole thing. You've got two left-hand switches that go together in opposite directions. Your train will move in here, it can cross over there, and then it can back up and come along on this line. And then over here we're going to have some of these industries here. We've got this Island Creek Coal Company. It was a Concord kit that we really enjoyed building. So we'll service some coal cars down here. And then maybe we'll have that little car shop, that little engine shed on another section of this track, or even farther down there. Gonna make some room in that yard over there. Drake, what did you say was on the end here?
A Fred.
A Fred?
Or a Freddy.
What's a Freddy?
And their train device.
Yeah, is it lit?
Yeah, when I start moving, I'll start lighting up.
Let me come around in here so I can see that. That's fun. I love all the cool stuff you can get. That's just like an end of train device that's attached to the truck, which has metal wheels and power.
I think we got
grabs.
the soft model train stuff, or maybe Bachman's website.
Yeah, I
One
know
of the websites.
the little sidebar right here. We're just talking about the Fred on the end of train there. But that was fun. That's like a under $20 hack you can get to kind of add a little bit more excitement to your layout. So we moved a couple things around. We had the switch that was here, and I took it and we reversed it and put it there. So now our train will roll in here. We can have an industry way down there, and then it can come here. And now here's where our new crossover will be. We'll have one section here where there'll be maybe a car shop or an engine house or an industry, right? And then the train can come back out and cross over here, and then it'll go down this line, and there can be an industry down there, and then it can back up, continue through the new piece here, and come down here, and there'll be a second industry here. Then to get out, it would go forward, back, forward again, and then back out onto the main line that leaves the yard here. So far, I like how this is shaping up here. We've got two lines that will come down here. They can finish up there at that shed. We can either put our coaling facility on this end here, or we can put it on the front here, or we can have it down there where there'll be other industries as well. Okay, so we've kind of run out of our Kato straight tracks here. But I can already see that we're going to want to put another switch. So eventually, maybe we'll get another crossover here. But we have enough room here. And you know how it is when you have a layout. If you got room, you want to use it.
Yeah!
So we've got to get a few more straights to take us to the end there. And I like the way this looks so far. We've got to hook up our wires here. You see I drilled a hole there last time. That was where for the other switch that was there. I could probably put that back onto this switch it looks like the connection's on this side now, so maybe I'll re-drill a hole. Then for this new crossover that we got, I'm seeing that the switch opening is there, and or not the, the power opening for the plug goes there or on the side. Maybe there's one for each side. It looks like on our older switch we had two, one on each side over there, and then there was one over there. I can't remember how we hooked it up, but when I look at the instructions, it'll tell us, I'm sure. But for now, that's our setup. And then how about we touch base with you when we get it all powered up next time, and we'll run some trains on the next video. Thanks for watching Runaway Trains. We'll see you on the next run.